Hello, Gustav Klimt artists. We are going to make a cozy, warm Gustav Klimt inspired quilt. And it's also a self-portrait. So how fun is that? We are going to start by just separating our paper into different sections, like different blankets piled up next to each other as if you were laying on a big, comfy couch. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're just going to simply draw with our pencil some lines that go across our paper, but not too many. We want to leave some sections for designs, and we don't want to have so many different blankets that we end up having to draw and come up with lots and lots of designs. Here's an example of what we're doing. We're going to first start with the lines that create the different blanket areas. Then I'm going to show you how to put in a pillow and a portrait of yourself. You can add any sort of little stuffed animals, pets, or perhaps you might want to add family members. Sometimes people put their little or big brothers and sisters, moms and dads, family pets, like we mentioned, in the pictures too. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, with your pencil, let's start up here at the top corner. We're just gonna draw a line. That's the great thing about this project. It doesn't have to be nice and straight. I drew it down to a little more than halfway down the paper. So if this were the middle right here, I drew that line going past the middle line or middle marker. Okay, let's draw another one. Remember, we want to have nice, big sections. Think about where someone's head might go. Not too wavy, just the right amount. Okay, let's put one down here. All the way to the bottom. And this is a pretty big area. Let's divide this in half, more or less. Look at that, I can have it come all the way down to a point right there. Okay, let's see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means I'll have to come up with 6 different designs and patterns to put in these sections. Well, that's okay, that's okay. This is an example of one that is much more intricate. Definitely more than 6 designs, right? Whoa! So if you can imagine, if you have to draw some sort of detailed design, you don't want to have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of different areas. Make it easy on yourself, unless you like the idea of having a smaller section. But why don't we draw some people first? And then we will decide if we want to divide some of these sections some more. Okay, we're going to start with you. Now, how do you make yourself in here? You have a pillow, and you've got your face, and you've got your hair. We're going to start with the head. We'll put in the face and the hair. The pillow comes last. That way we know what size to make the pillow, and we don't have to worry about jamming the shape of our head into a space we've already confined ourselves to. When you make your head, and I'm going to bring this in so you can see it even better, I want for you to think about it as a letter U, and your chin is about 1/4 of an inch away from the end of the line right here. And you see how I'm using my lines? Just real gentle. Letter U. Now at any point you need to pause. Pause so that you can catch up with this, and then we'll continue. The next thing is going to be our face. We're going to start with the nose, and we're making this a super simple self-portrait. We're not going to get into the intricacies of bone structure and everything else. I'm just going to make a little nose like that. Super easy. And then what do you want to have on the expression of your face. Do you want to be smiling or sleeping? If you're sleeping, maybe your mouth is just plain, a straight line across. Maybe you kind of smile in your sleep because you're so happy to be cozy underneath all these beautiful blankets and quilts. My person's going to have a gentle smile. All right, now, on this example right here, we have someone who is completely sleeping and someone who's pretending to be asleep. You can have your person awake, asleep, pretending, whatever you want to do. If you want to be asleep, it's easy. Your eyes start right above the nose line. So where the nose ends, imaginary line goes up and draw a smile line, more or less. You could do lashes going down because everybody does have lashes. Or you could have your eyes open. If you want your eyes open or just peeking with one eye, you can make one eye open, little sleepy eyelid, and your iris and pupil. Don't shade anything in right now. Just leave it. You can do that later when we do the colored pencil. Okay, let's talk about hair. Here's where you might need a mirror. So you might need to go into the bathroom or your bedroom and look in the mirror. Does your hair cover your ears? What shape is your hair in? Did you brush it today? Okay, no judgments. But think about what your hair looks like and outline it. Don't color it in with the pencil. You don't want to have gray hair. Not right now. So decide, are your ears showing? If so, the top of your ear lines up with the side of your eye. Try to make your ears match. Maybe only one ear shows. Maybe the other's covered with your hair. What does your hair on the front of your forehead do? Do you have bangs? Does your hair swoop down? Think about what your hair does. Maybe your hair is short like this. Maybe your hair is a little bit longer. Go ahead and put your neck in there. Your hair is lying on the pillow. So if you think about the strands coming down, it goes all the way to your neck, behind your neck, and comes out on the other side. Do you want your hair on top of the quilt? If you do, and it's long enough, you can continue it like this and draw up to the line that is your neck. Then erase, because this hair is on top of this line, right? Don't want that showing. So there's a few different ways you can do the hair. Are you wearing a little sleeping cap to bed? If you want to draw a hat or something on there, that's just fine. Okay, let's do a pillow. For a pillow, I want you to think about how a pillow is put together. You've got a pillowcase, and then you've got the opening where you stuff the pillow in there, right? All right, let's start with kind of a flimsy looking pillowcase first, and then we'll do the opening. So around your head, make it as soft, and then when you get to the corner, you could do a little nub if you want. Come over to the other side. Remember, this has to be a rectangle because most standard, that's what they're called, standard pillows and pillowcases are about that size and shape compared to your head. You don't need to do a giant opening for where the pillowcase goes in. It wouldn't stick out a lot, but it could look like that, or you could bring it in a little more. Completely your choice. Okay, for all intents and purposes, you're done. But do you want to add some more details? Do you want to add a sleepy little kitty? Maybe you have a cat, or maybe you want a cat. Do you want to add a sleepy little puppy? Think about what your pet looks like. Do you have any stuffed animals? Do you want to tuck them in the bed with you? So refer to these pictures on your Otis lesson to see what your ideas and thoughts could be. You might have noticed when I showed you this, there was some popcorn. That's because the people in this particular picture were laying on a quilt watching a movie, and there was some popcorn there too. Do you like that idea? Can you come up with something like that? Creative? Maybe you're eating goldfish instead. So think about what you want to do with your picture. If you're going to add any more pets or brothers or sisters or whomever in your picture, next time we'll talk about designs. See you then.